Morning. How are you? Oh, the cat's disappeared. Okay, we're going to be doing something to release our hips today. So I've got my extra little mat because I've got my bone here is very protruding. So if you've got a very protruding bone and leaning on it is painful, fold up a towel or something like that so you've got something a bit extra to support you. Also, you need a block. If you don't have a block, get a very thick book or a couple of very thick books, and that will do as a good substitute. Okay, so leave the block there for the moment. Okay, let's sit down on our mat. Okay, now I know it's very early in the morning. I have just rolled out of bed. Haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm starving. But literally I have just this minute rolled out of bed. But this is why pajama yoga is so wonderful. You can do it any time, but it is so good for starting in the morning. Anyway, I'll shut up and get on with doing the exercises. Okay, so start sitting nice and straight and tall. Okay, nice long back. Bring the soles of your feet in together into cobbler. And then take your legs out wide. We're going to be doing a series of these. So it's really to open and release your hips. Okay, back into cobbler. When you're in cobbler, it's not pushing your knees out, it's more bringing your feet in closer to you. So I know some people try and push their knees down, but you don't need to do that. Just bring your heels in closer. Okay, out to staff, sitting up straight and tall again. Back to cobbler. Legs wide apart. And push through your heels as well, bringing your toes towards you. Okay, back to cobbler. And into staff position. Okay, now let's do it a little bit faster. Into cobbler. Out to staff, back to cobbler, back to staff. One more time, into cobbler, legs wide, back to cobbler, and into staff. Now we're going to add boat pose, so into cobbler, out to staff, hey cats, back to cobbler, and now taking your legs out straight, whoops, and your arms up, so you've got your legs at about 45 degrees, in fact we're doing half boat, full boat you have a bigger angle. Really strengthen through your core, straighten through your back, and back to cobbler and back to staff. Let's try that again. Ignore the cats fighting. Into cobbler, legs wide, back to cobbler, into boat, into cobbler, and out to staff. You too. One more time, into cobbler, legs wide, into cobbler, into half boat, straightening back, shoulders back, core tightened. Oh shit. Back to cobbler and out to start. Okay, so take your mat away now. Okay, face front. Now sit with your right knee in front of your left, sitting up really straight and long, and now folding forwards over your right knee, or your front knee. Lengthen through your back. Okay, and gently come back up. Now swap knees. And coming forward. Really lengthening through your back. You can feel the opening in your hips. Okay, back up to centre. Okay, now get your block. Take your legs out in front of you. Put your block between your knees. Bring your right leg in and take it out to the side, sitting up straight. And drop your knee onto the block. Don't put pressure on the knee. It's really to help make the hip more flexible. So sit up as straight as you can. Your hip bone, sitting bone will probably come off the floor. Don't worry about that. It's just gently to get the hip that's where the knee's on the block, to get it a little bit more flexible. Okay, now swivel your knee out to the side. And this time you can take your hand and gently push your knee towards the ground. One of the few times you can actually put a bit of pressure on, but not too much, okay? Just feel it. Don't force it. Okay, swivel it back in onto the block again. There's a cat coming back. Okay, and out. Move the block out the way. Okay, and now other knee. So take your left leg out to the side, drop your knee onto the block. So you can feel it just there. Okay, and now swivel. out to the side. Okay, back onto the block. You'll also find that your two hips are probably very different levels of flexibility. Okay, and out again. Okay, now take both your legs together back into staff. And now bring the soles of your feet together and get the block. Put the block between the soles of your feet. Now you might have to wiggle a bit to get yourself really on the front of your seat bones so that you're not collapsing backwards. Okay, this just helps open your hips a bit more because it changes the angle. So sitting up straight, you might need to lean slightly forward just to be able to sort of maintain the opening. Try and keep your back straight there. Okay, and now put the block flat. Normally you really feel the opening with this one. And again with this you see why the closer your feet are to your hips, the more you feel the opening. Okay, take the block out of the way. And now come through into downward facing dog. So really stretching, wiggle through your back and your shoulders, stretching your arm and chest, having your knees very slightly bent to start with, and then straighten them and push your heels towards the ground with your bum right up in the air. Okay, now put the weight into your right leg. Take your left leg up behind into three-legged dog. Try and keep your hips facing the floor. And then bend your knee and twist your hips and your body round. So you're taking your leg back and you're looking under your arm up towards the ceiling. You should feel the stretch the whole way down through your hip, your sides, your belly, everything. Okay, now back to center. Bring your leg through and cross it in front of you. Knee down on the floor, back knee down on the floor. So you're into pigeon, which is like a cross-legged lunge almost. Okay, now straighten up through your back and then taking your arms forward, fold forwards over your crossed leg. Okay, gently come back up. Take your leg forward, your left leg, so the leg that was bent, forward between your hands. Drop your right knee down. Hands up onto your left knee. Hands together in prayer. And now twist your body, putting your right hip over your left knee. Back nice and straight, really rotating. So you're stretching through your hips, lengthen through your back. Okay, release, hands back on the floor. Take your left foot back, tuck your toes under, and back into downward facing dog. Again, wiggle to stretch out a bit. Now, putting your weight into your left leg, take your right leg up behind into three-legged dog, and then bend your knee, taking your leg further behind you, twisting through your body, the full length, really stretching and twisting, and look under your arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, now bring your right leg through into a cross-legged lunge. I think I'm a bit too far forward. And now fold your arms forward and folding forward over your cross leg. Okay, coming back up onto your hands, tuck your left foot under, bring your right leg up, right leg forward between your hands, drop your left knee to the ground, hands up onto your right knee, straightening through your back, stretching through your hip, hands together into prayer position, twist, hook your left elbow over your knee and really feel the stretch through your hips, straightening through your back, stretching your whole spine up towards the ceiling. Okay, hands back down, back into downward facing dog. Really stretch your heels down, hips high up in the air. Okay, gently up onto your tiptoes, drop to your knees and come into a sitting position on your mat. Take your right leg into a half lotus. So find a comfortable position. I struggle with this every time. I'm always wiggling, trying to get my foot into a good position for this. Okay. As you can see. Okay, and now coming forward, we're coming into forward fold. over your legs. So stretch your body, lengthen your back and fold forward, hinging at the hips. Really on the front of your sitting bones. Okay, gently coming back up, swapping your legs. I have to say this one I find even harder because I had the artery removed in my right leg years ago, and when I put my foot it goes on the scar from the operation, and the graft, I had a graft to replace the artery, and I just feel it very strange. I think it's totally psychological because I'm sure I don't actually feel it, I just think I do, but never mind. Okay, so now coming forward, folding forward over your legs. And once I get it in the right position, I can fold. That's good. This really opens the hips beautifully. Try and keep your back flat, so you're still thinking about posture. Okay, back up to centre. Now take your legs out in front of you in staff. Bring your left heel to your right hip and cross your right foot over towards your left knee. Sitting up straight, really, really, really straight. Hug your right knee and twist round behind you. So with this, you're really feeling the twist lower down in your hip. So it's basically lowering your hip deep in the cheek of your bum. So straighten nicely through your back and you're opening your chest. Okay, the cats have come to say hello again. Say hello to the cats. This one's dusky, that one's sitting. Okay, let's swap. So right heel to the left hip, left foot over the right knee, sitting up straight, hug your left knee and twist. So you can really feel the opening in your hip. So my cats are French. I brought them back with me from France. And this is why they have such typically English names, because obviously in France nobody calls their cats Dusky and Sooty. So it's much easier not to get confused. Okay, and back to centre. Now take your legs forward into staff. Then take your legs out wide. So really wide in front of you. Sitting on the front of your sitting bones and fold forward. So take your arms in front of you. Pushing through your heels, toes up to the ceiling. Lengthening through your spine. With your weight evenly between both sitting bones. You too. Come back up to centre. Sorry, they're a bit active this morning. Bringing the soles of your feet together into cobbler. And now coming forward. Really opening through your hips here. Okay, come back up. Swing your legs around to one side, come up onto your knees. Now have your feet slightly wider than your knees. Get your block and just sit on your block. It depends really how flexible your knees are, but don't put pressure on your knees because knees are horrible when they go wrong. So it's really to take your feet a little bit further out. So the idea eventually is to get how we used to be when we were kids, when we just flop down, legs out, bum right on the centre. And if I take my block away, I can get maybe a couple of centimetres off the floor, but in fact no, I can get onto the floor. But I feel it in my knees, and because I really don't want to have more problems with my knees. I've had problems with my knees because of running, so I try and protect that area. So I'd rather do it this way, then my hips are getting the flexibility, but I'm not putting the pressure on my knees while I do it. Okay, sitting up really straight and tall. Hands on the soles of your feet. Now take the block away and rolling through, lying down flat on your mat. Bring your knees in, so bent knees. Drop, having your feet slightly out to the side, drop your knees together. Hands on your belly. Now take the soles of your feet together. Drop your knees out to the side. Wiggle to lengthen your legs away from your body. Taking the heels of your hands and pushing them on the tops of your thighs to help. So you're really lengthening. And then release. And this helps your spine and come back to its natural curve. Okay, legs out straight on the floor, feet hip distance apart, letting your ankles and feet fall out to the side. Take your shoulders back and under, arms 6 or 8 inches away from your body with your palms facing up to the sky. And now, let's relax totally. So a couple of very deep breaths, fully in and exhaling fully out. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now come back to breathing normally. And breathe into any areas of your body where you feel tension or tiredness. Just breathe into those areas to help the tension release. And start relaxing all of the muscles of your body. Let go the muscles of your forehead, your eyebrows, around your eyes, your cheeks. Release your jaw. Let your tongue drop back from the roof of your mouth. Feel the wave of relaxation going down through your neck, into your shoulders, letting your shoulders drop further back into the floor and your chest opening more, down through your arms, through your chest, along your spine, and into your hips, letting your hips fall back and your pelvic girdle open more, down through your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, the backs of your knees, your calves, through your ankles and feet and out into the earth beneath you. And feel another wave of relaxation starting from your head, flowing down your body and out through your feet, cleansing your body, releasing any toxins and letting those go out with the waves of relaxation. Empty your mind. Let go of all thoughts. Just focus on your breathing and your relaxation. And then slowly, gently, feel the warmth of the earth beneath you. Feel the energy that it's giving you. And let a wave of warm golden light and energy come back in, entering through your feet, flowing right the way up your body, replenishing, energizing, rejuvenating all of your body, all of your mind, all of your emotions, bringing warmth, positivity, a flow of energetic bubbles, and slowly bringing your knees in towards you, roll over to the left, and using your hands to help you, come up into a sitting position on your mat. Take your arms out to the side, above your head, and bring your hands together on your chest in prayer position. Keeping that thought with you for all the day. Take it with you, energy, warmth, golden energy, golden warmth, bringing optimism, happiness, and positivity. Okay, now when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed that. Waking up with pajama yoga, for me, best start of the day. And now I'm going to have my breakfast. And because I'm a nutritionist, I'm going to have something I love, which is dark rye toast with some chestnut mushrooms and baby tomatoes. So they're going to be nicely, quickly simmered, so they're still quite, not crunchy exactly, but they've got a bit of bite to them, on dark rye toast. Yum, 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 yum. And that will set me up until lunchtime. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much for coming. I love seeing you all. I love the mornings. Definitely pajama yoga. Nothing better. Okay. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.